Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the School District of Springfield Township Board of School Directors, regular board meeting, May 17th, 2016. I would just like to show you how cool we are with our technology in this district. We have Dr. Hacker dialing in remotely here on FaceTime. She is on grandmom duty, babysitting, and couldn't be here with us, but she just couldn't allow herself to miss a board meeting. So we have her on the monitor, and I'm actually seeing her here on my monitor too. So she is with us. Can everyone say?
Hi, everybody.
Okay. All right, let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
For which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reading of the mission statement, Mr. Lapidus, please.
Yeah, I was prepared for this one.
Okay.
The mission of the School District of Springfield Township is to educate and develop all students as learners and citizens who are high-achieving, resilient, and responsible in a changing global community.
Thank you. I should have had Dr. Hacker read it.
You can have Dr. Hacker sing the national.
Okay, at the end. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Chapman.
Thank you.
Here. Ms. Casalis.
Here.
Mr. Lapidus.
Here.
Ms. Nelson. Mr. Rayer. Ms. Sarsfield. Dr. Taratuski.
Here.
Mr. Taylor. Here. Ms. Lipinski.
Here. Announcements. The board, at its discretion, may videotape all or any portion of public board meetings subject to the limitations set forth in Policy 006.2, Broadcasting of Meetings. Board meetings will be broadcast on Friday afternoon following the board meeting. We're going to now see if there's any public comments on agenda items. Okay. So we will move on to the approval of minutes, April 19th, 2016, regular meeting, board minutes N, May 3rd, 2016, interim meeting, board minutes O. Is there a motion? Motion. Is there a second?
Second. No,
You're the, okay. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman.
Aye.
Ms. Casalis.
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus.
Aye.
Dr. Taratuski.
Aye.
Mr. Taylor. Aye. Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Approval of treasurer's report. Treasurer's report, aye. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman.
Aye.
Ms. Casalis.
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus.
Yes.
Dr. Taratuski.
Aye.
Mr. Taylor. Aye. Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Reports and information. District PTA report, I.M. Moore.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you for inviting me again. So, just to recap, my name is Naeem Moore. I am the co-president.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Now she can see you. Can you see?
Yes, thank you.
Hello. The co-president for the EEHSP. So tonight, two things I wanted to highlight is this upcoming weekend, Saturday, is the annual carnival, spring carnival. It is from 11 to 3 p.m. We have some new things, some old things that we would love for you guys to come out. So from duck tanks to the normal cake walk, face painting, we have basket raffles with some new things, big prizes. This year we're doing a tie-dye station. And we'll have a DJ, a slime machine that we're going to do. It's going to be tied in with some games. So basically, the team that doesn't do well can get slime. The inflatable bounces. With the tie-dyes, what we decided to do, since we started advertising, is we lowered the price a little bit. So it's going to be 6 tickets, which it comes out to be like $6 for a shirt. So we hope that you guys can come out, enjoy the carnival, rain or shine, this Saturday. Next, I wanted to talk about this fall. So this fall, we're going to do something different for our annual fundraiser. So I shook it up last year and we did the food truck. This year, we want to do the food trucks, but we want to combine it with a different fundraiser, the Harlem Wizards. So if you heard of like the Harlem Globetrotters, it's like the Harlem Wizards is a New Jersey-based basketball company team where they are basically just like the Harlem Globetrotters, and they go around to different schools and they do fundraisers like their normal Harlem Globetrotters. And basically, it raises a lot of funds for the different organizations. So combining the food truck and the Harlem Wizards, we think that this could be like one of our biggest fundraisers next to our carnival. And it will we will need volunteers, and the volunteers will be the district staff. We're looking for like 20 teachers or administrations that volunteer. So I sent the email out to the different administration for the different schools, and it seemed like it was a positive feedback, and they're willing to help us out. So right now, October 8th is the date, and it looks like that will be it. I will definitely know by the end of the week if we can agree with the contract that the Harlem Wizards gave us, and I'm excited about this. I really think that it's good. We can start moving forward and locking in and advertising and getting those food trucks on their schedule. Any questions with any of the things I discussed?
I have a question about the carnival. I saw, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, that you guys were short for baked goods. Are you still short for baked goods? Are you good with baked
Yeah, that was a couple. Yeah, we could definitely use some more baked goods. And if you saw the link, just like any other year, we welcome gluten-free, allergy-free, but just make sure that you label it that it is what it is. So.
Thanks.
Volunteers is also, we could use some volunteers as well to run some carnivals. So we have lots of games, and we have more games than we even plan to advertise. And if one year we get like 1 million volunteers, we will pull out all those games. So how much activities we have determines how many volunteers we actually do get. So hope you guys come out. If you got some time, volunteer. If you know somebody who can volunteer, pass the word. Any other questions? Again, thank you guys for letting me come out and talk.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good night.
Fall fundraiser sounds great. I hope it works out. Moving on to recognitions and awards. High school students, Dr. Charles Rittenhouse.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, Dr. Hacker.
Hi, Chuck.
20 local high schools entered over 200 films into this year's Greenfield Youth Film Festival. The festival was held at Upper Dublin High School on April 20th. The competition gets tougher every year, with this year really showing an intense quality of student films. I attended the show, the award ceremony with all of our students, with Mrs. Meter, with Mr. Meter, with Mrs. Thornton, a bunch of parents. It was a great night. Congratulations to all of our Springfield's courageous filmmakers and their outstanding teachers, Mrs. Thornton and Mr. Meter, who's with us this evening, for entering this highly competitive festival. To receive a nomination, let alone win, with over 200. Oh, Mrs. Thornton, how are you? So, please come up, Mrs. Thornton, please. Yes. I know you're shy from the limelight, so. But just to receive a nomination, let alone win, with 20 high schools, 20 of the most outstanding high schools in southeastern Pennsylvania and South Jersey, or even win is really a great feat with over 200 films. We received 3 nominations and 1 winner, and we want to recognize those individuals tonight. First, Fiona Tran is not with us this evening, but she received a Best Public Service Announcement. She was a nominee for acting and sound design. So a round of applause for Fiona Tran. Katie Fitzpatrick, if you could come up, Best Mockumentary nominee, please. Mr. Oliver's going to take a picture here. Right here. Yeah, you guys get in here. Yeah. Okay, next, Brianna Vetter, Best Mockumentary nominee. Come on up. And finally, Grace Alt, who was an award winner with the Best Screenplay. Very prestigious. Thank you. And again, thank you to all of our students, our outstanding students, our awesome staff down there in the broadcast studio. And we look forward to next year's Greenfield Youth Film Festival. Sometimes we do have a couple extra tickets. It's a tough ticket to get, but if there's any interest parent-wise or board-wise, we can always grab a couple tickets. And it's an award like the Academy Awards, and the people who present, Mr. Meader and Mrs. Thornton were two of those individuals being well known in the industry, but it's people who've won Academy Awards and Grammys and Emmys. It's a very cool night. So next year, if you would like to attend, let us know, and we'll see what we can do. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rittenhouse.
Thank you, Dr. Hacker. You're welcome.
Okay, next up, Enfield March Maker Madness. Dr. Tina Mitchell, Aaron Durham, and Jane Allison.
Dr. Hacker, do you have your timer on?
I do, you bet.
I'm sure you do. So good evening, everyone. I want Erin Durham to come up here and join me because she will be actually helping with the presentation. We also had another teacher who could not be with us this evening, Jane Allison, but I wanted to acknowledge her work with March Maker Madness this year. You guys like that name? This doesn't count towards my time.
The superintendent hasn't agreed yet.
Hold on, we haven't gotten to the first slide. Don't count that on my time, Dr. Hacker.
You're always angling for something, Dr. Mitchell.
I try to get what I can get. You're lucky I don't start singing. I got a microphone in my hand. Watch out. Alrighty. So what do you get when you put 100 kindergarten and first grade students, give them 1 hour, take away all of the constraints on their creativity and their imagination, and invite a whole bunch of parents in to help you? We're going to show you. So what is March Maker Madness? This year I met with a couple of parents and we decided to think about our assembly programs in a very different way. So typically what happens with our assemblies, which we are so fortunate to have the EEHSP actually fund our assembly programs, is we have someone come in and they do something for the students, which is great. However, we wanted to do something a little different this year. We wanted the students to have an interactive experience where they were actually doing, as opposed to being on the receiving end. And so that's where the idea came from. So we actually came up with two ideas, me working with a group of parents, and that was to do March Maker Madness, as well as to bring in an organization that focuses on productive play during recess time, and that is something that we're going to be doing this upcoming fall. So after we came up with pretty much the framework of, thinking about our assemblies differently, I went to my two teachers, Mrs. Durham and Miss Allison, and asked them to help actually organize and facilitate the learning experiences around March Maker Madness.
So what about March Maker Madness? And it's March Maker Madness because it happened in March, and the maker movement is big in education right now because it allows students to work out their ideas and inventions and their problem-solving skills So even at the youngest levels of education, we can engage kids in creative problem solving and building, as simple as figuring out what they want to build with Lego. And I don't know if you noticed in the video, in the video portions, the students were in constant motion. And there was no one hamming for the camera. They were just so busy. And we didn't know how many parents we were going to need. So we had 55 parents between the 2 dates. And you know what? We had too many parents, but it was a good thing because the parents that were there got to see this fabulous day where the children were, the comments were, really? I can use all the tape that I want? Their joy, you just cannot imagine their joy that they could use all the tape that they wanted. And so we had parent volunteers to tear the tape and put it on those tables you might have seen in the gym so that the kids could go and get as many pieces as they want. The more enterprising ones decided that they could put the tape all over their arm and they could take that much tape at a time. So that worked out really good. To prepare for March Maker Madness, we really wanted the students to be successful and to have a great time with this experience. So we did focus groups. We weren't sure what kind of tape was going to work. We tried duct tape, and the videos of that are actually pretty funny. It was sticking all over them, and they were trying to get it off of their fingers. So we decided that that was not a good way to go, and we went with a case of masking tape, and that was perfect. We introduced the snap circuits, which are little electronic circuits that the kids actually snap onto a board, and they can, like lights, and you saw in the video, they could make a helicopter and catch the moving parts that fly away. They could make sounds and other things happen. They had all different kinds of switches. So we created training videos for students and parents to help them be successful. The parent videos were all about keep your hands in your pockets. You are not to help the children. We want you to allow them the frustration time and allow them the time to work out their own ideas without you saying, well, you should do this and you should do that and this goes here and you plug that there. And so we had to re-instruct parents during the event. Parents moved the tape table closer to the children. We moved it back. They're perfectly capable of walking over to go get more tape. And so parents are, in this age of helicopter parents and Velcro, you'd be amazed at how many kids don't even learn how to tie their shoes. Their parents can't bear to see them struggle with that. So we want to give them that opportunity to struggle. So we had a whole day of problem-based learning. We had an hour for 100 students at a time. We had 4 stations, 3 in the gym and 1 in the cafeteria. And we wanted to give the kids the time to flesh out their ideas with what would they make with cardboard. What would they do with their snap circuits? Cardboard construction was the most popular station. And, all we did was kind of ask around. We asked the cafeteria people to save cardboard. People were bringing things in from home. We got a little bit from other buildings, but we really were able to save enough cardboard in our building. This was the most popular station. So popular, we had a little unintended consequence, was disposal at the end. And you saw Tina with a gigantic broom trying to corral cardboard. The budding electronics engineers. There were kids that were so excited about snap circuits, and they were making comments like, this is for me. This is what I want to do when I grow up.
One of the things about the snap circuits is we received $500 from Servicemaster, our custodial company, and we used that $500 to buy a classroom set of these snap circuits so that after the day, if teachers wanted to access them in their classrooms, they're available for them to use. So we thank Servicemaster for that gift.
Future architects and designers with the straws and connectors, and Lego. And what's interesting is that you see those groups around the Lego. Those are first graders. When the kindergartners were in the gym, they weren't playing with the Lego because it's in their classrooms. But the first graders were so excited to have a time where they could spend unstructured time playing with the Lego because they're not in their classroom. So to add the A in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math, we had found object artworks where the kids had sight words on a piece of cardboard and they could put whatever bottle caps, yarn, whatever they wanted on them. And that project was begun in the cafeteria. They all made their artworks, and you can see them up there in the picture. And then those were extended upon for the Festival of the Arts, which occurred in our building in the first week of the month. So we are now to the road ahead. Did you?
All right, so this whole experience is allowing us to look at how we do our technology education program, and it's allowing us to think a little bit broader about the experiences that we're offering our students. They don't always have to have screen time, but we can provide them with these rich experiences that provide them opportunities to problem solve, to work collaboratively with their peers, to explore, to do all of the things that we know that kindergartners and first graders should be doing at this age. And so for us to be able to provide them the chance to do that on a continuous basis, that's what we're looking to do for our tech ed program. So Ms. Allison is currently attending workshops around STEM education and trying to determine what resources, materials, different types of lessons that she can incorporate into her program so that children walk away from that experience saying, wow, like I really want to do fill in the blank when they grow up. So this was a really great opportunity, not just for our kids, but it also allowed us to have families come in and enjoy this experience with us. Even though they had to have a hands-off approach, they had the opportunity to see those smiles on the children's faces as they, just worked their little hearts out. There was a couple of little boys who were working on a project with the cardboard. And I said, well, what is this? And they said, it's our city truck. And I was like, oh, okay. And it really did look like a city truck, but it was just cool that they thought of it and they created it with the materials that they had. There was so much cardboard. We think about the types of gifts that we give students or give our own children. We think about all of the things that we buy them, but a little bit of cardboard goes a long way. And we saw that at this event. So we wanted to take this time this evening to share this experience with you all so that you just had a taste for the great time that we had over these 2 days. And we hope that you enjoyed it. Anytime that you come into our building, and we have our big screen TVs up in the main office and in the lobby, you can see additional pictures that we captured of that day. So we thank you for allowing us to share this experience with you. And if you have any questions, let us know. How'd I do, Dr. Hacker?
Dr. Mitchell, I just want to thank you and Mrs. Durham and Mrs. Allison for a fabulous presentation, and you kept it within a reasonable time frame, so thank you for that as well. But most importantly, you really showed us how you were able to engage the children in using their imaginations and being creative without any direction from adults, which to me is the most fascinating thing to observe. And what I particularly admire about this whole exercise is this is what starts the children on the path towards a future interest, hopefully, in STEM activities, which we obviously are trying to increase at our high school level as well as our robotics program. So by introducing the children to the kinds of stations that you mentioned in your presentation, they're getting a very early start and developing an early interest in those kinds of activities. So thank you so much for doing that and for directing their learning in that way.
Thank you.
I have a quick question. What does PBL stand for?
Problem-based learning, so that the children are presented with a set of circumstances and they have to figure it out on their own.
Thank you.
So this event also could have been called, I've never seen a good box. You know, a box, you know how kids are and pets with boxes. You know, there's nothing better than a good box, you know.
Yep. Thank you. That was great. It really was. All right, reports of committees. Property Committee, James Taylor.
We had our property committee meeting on Thursday, April 21st at 8:15 in the administrative conference room. We discussed the geothermal study results, and the engineering firm Burns had indicated there was many problems with our equipment, and that coincides with the complaints we have gotten, from the schools about the noise of some of the units and not really keeping the temperature correct in certain places. We've actually are inviting Burns to come back to give an even further explanation of their findings. Some of the options that came up were retro commissioning for both schools, the equipment, evaluating equipment replacement in both schools, and an option to replace problematic classroom units and the rooftop heat pumps at both of the schools. So still a lot of work to be done in that and looking at. The second thing we discussed was the feasibility study for the district, and we had a summary of all the architects' responses to our request for proposals. We had each firm deliver a presentation on May 3rd and 4th, and that was narrowed down, and we have further discussion on that coming up on Friday. And the third thing we talked about was the issuance of performance for contracting, request for proposal, and this was basically for contracting out for getting energy savings at the Erdenheim Middle School and High School. And we actually are going to have the company come back and talk about more of how they come up with their savings plans and what actually the district can save over the cost by having a contract out for energy cost savings, doing it as a contract. So, and that was it.
We're moving on to new business. Personnel attachment, recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the following personnel as presented in the attachment: certificated personnel, support personnel, temporary personnel, extra pay for extra responsibilities, conference workshop attendance. Is there a motion? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman.
Aye.
Ms. Casalis. Aye. Mr. Lapidus. Aye. Dr. Taratusky. Aye. Mr. Taylor.
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Number 2, extended school year contract, Camp Pegasus. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the contract between Camp Pegasus and the School District of Springfield Township for student 201-60517-01 for ESY services for the period August 8th through August 19th, 2016. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman.
Aye.
Ms. Casalis. Aye. Mr. Lapidus. Aye. Dr. Taratusky. Aye. Mr. Taylor.
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski.
Aye. Number 3, school messenger renewal. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the school messenger renewal authorization between Reliance Communications LLC and Springfield Township School District, beginning June 30th, 2016, for 12 months in the amount of $4,375.25 as per the attachment YY. Is there a motion? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Lapidus. Aye. Oops, sorry. Let's back up. Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Just see if you're paying attention. Ms. Casalis?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus? Dr. Taratusky?
Aye.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski?
Aye. Number 4, Act 80 days. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the application to PDE for 4 Act 80 days to bring the senior calendar to 180 days. Is there a motion? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Casalis?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Dr. Taratusky?
Aye.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski?
Aye. Number 5, district-wide building automation system controls. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors declines all bids to perform work associated with the district-wide building automation system controls replacement and upgrade project. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second? Second. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Casalis?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Dr. Taratusky?
Aye.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski?
Aye. Number 6, Access Billing Services 2016-2017 school year. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors approves the attached subcontract agreement for the coordination of the district's access program billing, entered into for the period of July 1st, 2016 through June 30th, 2017 by the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit and the School District of Springfield Township, Attachment ZZ. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Casalis?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Dr. Taratusky?
Aye.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski?
Aye. Number 7, Refunding Opportunity Go Bonds, Series of 2011. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors authorizes the administration to work with Public Financial Management as financial advisor, Fox Rothschild LLP as bond counsel, and the local solicitor in conjunction with the issuance of general obligation bonds, Series of 2016, for the purpose of currently refunding all or a portion of the series of 2011 bonds at a minimum net savings targeted of 3% or $213,000. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second? Second. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Casalis?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Dr. Taratusky?
Aye.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski?
Aye. Number 8, release of 2016-2017 proposed final budget. Recommended motion. The Board of School Directors of the School District of Springfield Township approves the following. Number 1, the release and the advertising of the 2016-2017 proposed final budget on Form PDE 2028. Number 2, the advertisement of the district's intent to adopt the 2016-2017 final budget and the adoption of the homestead farmstead exclusion at the June 1st, 2016 meeting. Attachment AAA. Is there a motion? Is there a second? Any questions or comments?
I don't know if it matters, but you said the June 1st meeting. instead
Oh,
of
June 21st.
I don't know if it matters.
Thank you. So that would be at the June 21st, 2016 meeting.
Mr. Chapman?
Aye.
Ms. Casalis?
Aye.
Mr. Lapidus?
Aye.
Dr. Taratusky?
Aye.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye.
Ms. Lipinski?
Aye.
Mrs. Lipinski, may I make a comment?
Sure.
Thank you. I just wanted to compliment Mr. King for all of his hard work these past many weeks in trying to assist me in crafting a budget that we could put out to the community that not only met our original goal of meeting either the index rate for a tax increase, which was 2.4%, or actually coming in lower. The proposed budget that we are actually publicizing as a result of the board's recent approval vote means that we will be asking for a 1.89% tax increase, which is not only significantly lower than what is allowed to the district via index, and is also significantly lower than what the preliminary budget rate was in January, which was well over 4%. But it's also one of the lowest tax increases that we have asked for from the community since the school year 2003-2004. So I'm very, very happy of the work that we've been doing in trying to not only decrease the tax increase so as to lessen the impact for our taxpayers, but most notably, we continue to provide and we're continuing to assure that we are still providing the programs that our students need in curriculum and instruction. We're still hiring additional staff in order to meet the social and emotional needs of our students, and we're still trying to meet the needs of our students in special education. So this budget that we are putting out for public review really represents an excellent attempt by the district to meet the needs of all of our students while still maintaining a reasonable tax rate. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of that, and I also wanted to announce that Mr. King and I will be attending the Springfield Township Rotary meeting on Tuesday in order to present highlights of this budget. And generally at those Rotary Township meetings, we have approximately 50 to 60 residents of the community who do attend. So it's a good opportunity for a significant number of individuals within the community who own businesses to hear about our budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hacker. You did vote on that, right?
Yes.
Thank you. A little tired today. Okay, so are there any public comments on non-agenda items? Okay. Future meeting dates. Interim board meeting, Tuesday, June 7th, 2016, 7 p.m., Freeze Memorial Lobby. School board meeting, Tuesday, June 21st, 2016, 7 p.m., Freeze Memorial Lobby. Board committee meetings, we have a property committee meeting scheduled for Friday, May 20th, 2016 at 8:15 a.m. in the administration building. So thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Motion to adjourn.
Not to work.